Here's what you need to know about getting an expunction in Texas. Hi, I'm Brian Foley. I'm a criminal defense attorney in Montgomery County, Texas. That's the Woodlands, Conroe, Houston area. And I handle expunctions for people when they have a criminal case and you get that case dismissed, or you get a pardon from the governor. That's pretty unlikely, but that's another way we can get an expunction. Or you win a trial, you get an acquittal at a trial. Well, in all those cases, you could get an expunction. And so what I normally get asked about when we're talking about expunctions are, how do I get this off my record? That's the big question. But first we have to understand what your record is. So your criminal record is a lot of different things. There's not like in the movies where they have like this one file and it's got your picture and they got like a little red string around it or whatever. They're not paper anymore, obviously. Everything's electronic, but there's not even a single database where all these records are kept. The police keep a copy of the offense report. They'll also keep a copy of what's called an arrest record in Montgomery County, which is just a smaller version of an offense report. In the jail, they'll keep records of fingerprints and things like that, and they'll send those to Austin, to the Department of Public Safety, who keeps a statewide criminal history database. Then they'll send that on to a national-wide database called TCIC, NCIC. So your criminal record is a lot of different places, but it's also in private companies online who will collect this information from like the district clerk or the county clerk's office. They're also keeping records. So part of what we do in an expunction is identify all the different places where we think you probably have some type of criminal history record. So if you get a DWI and you get it dismissed, you're going to be eligible for an expunction. If you get it dismissed because you did deferred probation, you're not going to be eligible for expunction. Anytime someone does a deferred probation, they are not eligible for expunction. So that's really important when you are looking at what type of deal you want to enter. If you have an attorney for a DWI or a theft or really any kind of case, you want to get a deal where you can get an expunction. That's the best possible outcome. Now, maybe the facts of your case are not really conducive to that. You're unlikely to get that. Well, if you have to get an expunction and you can't get the DA to dismiss it, the only way to do it is to win it at a trial, or again, later on after a conviction, you could try to get a pardon from the governor. That's extremely rare. It's probably not going to happen. So, but when we're doing the expunction, there is sometimes a waiting period. So if you get a dismissal instead of an acquittal at trial, you get a dismissal from the prosecutor, they could come back and file the charge again anytime within what's called the statute of limitations. The time period that they have to bring a case for a misdemeanor is 2 years. So the law is written in a way that it gives the prosecutors that full statute of limitations time to come back before you can get an expunction. However, the state is allowed to waive that period of time. And we are often successful in getting the district attorney's office to waive that period of time. So if you've got a criminal case and you've had it dismissed recently, you want to get off your record right now, you may be able to do that in Montgomery County. It's different for every county in the state, and each district attorney's office is going to handle the cases differently, but we're often successful in getting that stuff done. If you had a case that was a Class C offense, like let's say you got a public intoxication arrest from the Woodlands waterway, you really want to get that off your record, you ended up with some type of a deal where the case got dismissed, well, we don't necessarily have to wait the entire 180 days that you would need to for a Class C offense. Now, if you got arrested for public intoxication in the city of Conroe, we might need to wait that 180 days. It's just the different policies that they have. But we normally do these expunctions for just everyday folks who found themselves on the wrong side of the law, but found a way out. And if you've got more questions about expunctions, give us a call. We'd be glad to help you out.